お待たせ。
夏美、お前その格好。
指導君たら、お姉さんのから。
Hello, everyone. In today's video we will talk about top 10 greatest harem anime to kill your boredom. But before that, please consider pressing subscribe and like buttons if you like my video, and feedback would really mean a lot. Harem anime are usually made of a slight mix of comedy and eki combined with intimate romance. If you're here looking for such anime that can entertain you to the limits, you're in the right place. So, in this article of Best Harem Anime, we'll present you with the best recommendations possible. Without any more further ado, let's explore this list of gorgeous harems. In 10th place, we have Rosario plus Vampire. Imagine yourself getting into a school of monsters who coexist with humans. But these monsters aren't different from humans, except they have a different level of strength and power like vampires. Tsukun enrolls in an academy like this without knowing about it. That school has a rule of not letting humans discover who they are, and if just in case they do, they might even kill the person. After meeting a beautiful girl named Mocha Akashiya, who is a vampire, he decides to study there. And that's how the story of the harem began in the academy. Can he blend in with them knowing the risk? This anime is fun, entertaining, and, more importantly, a romantic harem anime series. Unlike other anime series, the relationship has been built amazingly between the main characters. Even though the anime is full of monster girls, they are as pretty and sexy as normal ones. The eki moments are the ones you should focus on the most because it presents in a pretty different way. There isn't much you can expect from the plot, which is quite usual from a regular harem anime, but there are some things like fan service scenes. In 9th place, we have Monster Museum. Everyday life with monster girls. Presenting anime girls in different ways is one way to attract the audience. Well, here we have monster girls with the abilities of the monster and the beauty of girls. The story sets in a world where fantasy beings are trying to coexist with humans. Somehow Kurusu Kimihito happens to share his flat with a group of these monster girls. Now, he has to take care of them and see that they won't cause any trouble. Of course, he can get rid of them, but they all love him and will do anything to live along with him. We can hardly consider this one as a harem anime because it even has some moments where it breaks the barrier. And every monster girl in the series is unique and of different flavors. At least one of them would fit as the best waifu. You might not have a decent flow of the plot, but that's the last thing you should expect from these anime. In 8th place, we have To Love Ru. Here's another harem anime where the fate of Earth depends on the MC. The story follows Rito Yuki, who never confesses his feelings to Haruna, his classmate. One day while he's taking a bath, a naked girl appears out of nowhere, and her name is Lala, who came from another planet known as Deviluk. She ran away from her planet because she doesn't want to marry any of the husband candidates her father has chosen. However, she decides to stay on Earth with Rito after falling for him. Who knows what consequences are waiting for Rito? If you like watching some borderline H anime, then you won't be disliking this anime. Sometimes the girl in the anime might annoy you, but when there is a harem scene, you can't stop loving her. In fact, she's the one you'll be wanting in your real life. The anime might not be as thrilling as the plot seems. But the least we can expect from a harem anime is a bunch of hot girls with a manly MC. You will have a lot of funny moments alongside all these fooling around. In 7th place, we have Sekirei. When it comes to fantasy harem anime, the audience has always been positive about them. And Sekirei is no exception in presenting in the most provocative way possible. The show is full of beautiful and hot girls who are known as Sekirei, and they possess special abilities, but to awaken their powers, they need to form a contract or bond with the Ashikabi gene-containing people. But a bond doesn't mean it only has to include sexual intercourse. A kiss might be enough, but if they want to form a stronger bond, they might as well do it. Minato is such a person who bonds with Musubi, but he also needs to face other sekirei. To put it in other words, sekirei is not your typical harem anime. It digs out rare elements from the harem genre and adds a few exciting ingredients to make it even more worthwhile. Even though it has quite a fan service, there is nothing you can worry about because it is more like a "there is no other story like this" type of anime. And more importantly, who wouldn't love to watch a supernatural/fantasy harem anime which is full of hot and pretty women? In sixth place we have Shikano, How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend. Usually, the protagonist of harem anime is either innocent and perverted, but here's the protagonist of Shikano. He's not afraid, neither hate women. Instead, he believes that girls are like goddesses and worthy of devotion. Even though he is an otaku, he is well known at his school, but everything changes when he encounters a beautiful girl named Megumi Kato. His life's passion turns upside down and suddenly becomes an erotic nature that depicts her beauty. Thus begins his journey of making Kato fall in love with him. But it isn't as simple as he thinks. To be honest, it is a series where you get a small number of eki scenes but a large number of funny moments. While the characters in the anime are beautifully designed, the way of presenting them makes it more interesting. The plot is quite engaging at some points, even though sometimes it holds you back. As it has some minor flaws, you will enjoy it thoroughly throughout the series. And more importantly, each character in the anime is distinctive from the other, and probably that might be one of your reasons for liking it. In fifth place, we have Date A Live. Would you save this world if you're the only one who can do it? Well, you will, because all you have to do is date a girl and that's it, the world is safe. Weird, isn't it? Yeah, harem anime sure gets weird sometimes, but who would have thought the concept of dating would go on a whole new level? The story follows Itsuka Shido, who meets a spirit girl and names her Toka. The spirit girl has the power to destroy the world, and the world is fighting back with an anti-spirit strike force. Since Itsuka Shido knows it's not going to work, he comes up with a new idea of making her fall in love with him. It sure seems like a crazy idea, but it's the only way to stop her. While this anime focuses on the love story of Shido and Toka, it still is a harem anime. Since our MC is a girl magnet, he always gets surrounded by hot chicks. Being the central attention of the anime, Shido sure knows how to play a harem. If you like watching harem anime with a lot of silly and funny moments with a bit of romanticism, then you'll love this one. In fourth place, we have Trinity 7. Being an MC of a harem world isn't that easy. Sometimes you might have to break your principles, and there is more than half probability that you might even abandon those principles. But the protagonist of Trinity 7 is a man of word. Without a bit of hesitation or shyness, he fights those who seduce against his will. The story is simple. Arata Kasuga leads a pretty good life until a bizarre incident takes place in his life, and his only cousin Hijiri has gone into the next world. Now he should seek the Trinity 7, a band of girls who study at Royal Biblia Academy. Even though it might seem easy to approach them, all of the members of Trinity 7 aren't going to help him. But can he do it without them, or will he abandon his principles and agree with them? I guess you can find it on your own. This anime has an amazing plot and a pretty good character design as well. A harem anime probably focuses mostly on character designs than characterizations, right? And since you're here from an anime with a lot of harem or eki scenes, you've caught one big fish. In third place we have The Fruit of Grisea. Unlike any other harem anime, The Fruit of Grisea has a different conceptual message. The story follows Kazama Yuji, who dreams of leading a normal life as a high school student after working as the human weapon Japanese government. Making his wish true, they transfer him to Mihama Academy, where the environment is quite the opposite of normal. The only other students study along with him are a group of girls of mixed ages. On his very first day, one of them tries to hurt him while the other one proposes to him. Well, it is precisely opposite to normal, isn't it? While it is one of the best harem anime out there, there are many reasons to support this statement. Being a human weapon to a harem king isn't something that can't be achieved so easily. We got to give credit to the girls who made him into a Romeo. Even though the circumstances are tough in the beginning, later Yuji opens his heart for them, which makes it even more beautiful. If you're looking for a harem anime with a good storyline, you might as well check it out. In second place, we have The World God Only Knows. You might have played many video games and have won some hot female characters. But what if you can win them in real life? That's what this anime is about, but it's not that easy as you think. The main character in the anime is a gamer who prefers immersing himself in video games full of hot girls. However, one day he gets a mysterious email from Demon Elsie and forms a contract with him to capture the lost souls. Now the boy must win over the ladies in the real world to complete his mission, and if he fails to do so, a collar around his neck explodes. If not for anything else, we'd appreciate the concept of this harem anime. It is one of those shows where it gets better as you dig deeper. While the first season barely makes you love it, the second and third seasons are incredible in every way. You should be picky when it comes to harem anime because there are quite rare anime where you get a balanced composition of story and harem moments. And the most challenging thing in the anime is the MC being a geek. In first place, we have High School DxD. There you go. The anime you will find in every harem or eki list and probably the one you're looking forward to watching. High School DxD is bound to be on this list. Issei Hyoto is the main protagonist of the anime, who is a dim-witted student with a perverted personality. On his first date with a fallen angel, he gets killed by her, and later, Rias Gremory, the president of the club of high-class devils, reincarnates him and makes him her subordinate. Rias is herself the prettiest girl on the campus, and Issei hits the jackpot serving under her. Most people watch this anime for harem eki scenes, and they stay through all the seasons for its intriguing plot. As we said before, there are only a few anime with a good composition of plot and eki moments, and High School DxD would be at the top. It has a lot of fan service, but it doesn't mean it isn't good. Since everybody has a different taste in anime, you rarely get these types of anime, and more importantly, it isn't a short anime to crave for more. With more than 3 consistent seasons, it is one of the best harem anime.